they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Pop and get us swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules. In this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Ahmadiyyah production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Pop and get us swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules. In this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Pop and get us swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules. In this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Sunday Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, hold on. I'm sending the text real quick. Okay, so with that all being said, all right, with that all being said, before we get started, let's see who's all in here. All right, hello, Deronda, that Crazy Beach Aries, G from the land. All right, Bithia's here, DSB. Okay, All Hell Nah is in the house. Okay, let's get into it. I apologize for being late. You guys, sometimes I have everything ready to go and I'm about to start and then another story pops up and I have to dig for the receipts real quick. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, Most Hated Bronze Flat Power God, Nessa G is in the house. Leon, 504 Nola, Miss AP. Okay, let's get into it. Coco V. All right, with that all being said, everybody hit that like button. All right, Peppy P is here. Okay, so let's get into it. Hey, Khalid. Now, before we get started, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so with that all being said, don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, sorry, I'm dropping things over here. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Everybody hit that like button. Thank you in advance. Now, okay, there has been a whole lot going on. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let's talk about it. First things first. Okay, so let's talk about now this coach's son, Jax Ulbrich, I believe is his name. Now he confessed to pranking Shedeur Sanders. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's get into that first. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Falcons made decision on defensive coordinator after Shedeur Sanders' prank call probe leads to coach's son. So, hold on, let me get rid of these pop-ups. Okay, so Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich will not be punished by the team after his son confessed to pranking NFL hopeful Shedeur Sanders during this week's draft. A club spokesperson has confirmed this with the Daily Mail. Now, Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of the Falcons' assistant coach, unintentionally came across the draft's contact phone number on his father's iPad. Okay, accidentally, or was he meddling and looking for it? Okay, please pay attention. Okay, now that's what the Falcons revealed in a statement earlier Sunday. Now, as seen in a viral online video, Jax and a friend called Shedeur to tell him that he was being drafted, a particularly cruel prank considering the former Colorado star was in the midst of plummeting from a projected first-round pick to 144th overall selection, okay, where he was mercifully chosen by the Cleveland Browns. So that Falcon statement indicates that Jeff wasn't aware that Jax had access to the phone number. Okay, earlier in the week, Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, unintentionally came across the draft pick. Okay, I don't know why they have this in here again. Hold on. I already read that. They were repeating this. Okay, so anyway, goes on to say that Ulbrich was unaware of the data exposure or any facets of the prank and was made aware of the above only after the fact. Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying that he should be punished for the actions of his son, but for them to sit up there and act like his son just accidentally stumbled across Shedeur's number, he was clearly meddling for it. Now, here's what they posted. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. This is what Jax posted after he came clean. Okay, because first of all, there was a probe into it, okay, and it led back to him. So him admitting it, he doesn't get any brownie points for that, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so here's what it says. On Friday night, I made a tremendous mistake. Shedeur, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake and messed with that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Okay, at Shedeur Sanders. Okay, please pay attention. First of all, my question is, why would he play that kind of prank? Okay, why would he play that kind of prank? Panther Strike said, he knew exactly where his information was and used it. Of course. Now he stumbled across it. It's what we're supposed to foolishly think. Okay, these people are something else, honey. That was a cruel joke, okay, as far as I'm concerned. DSB, thank you for your contribution to the channel, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, now, so goes on to say that the Atlanta Falcons do not condone this behavior and send our sincere apologies to Shedeur Sanders and his family, who we have been in contact with to apologize to, as well as facilitate an apology directly from Jax to the Sanders family. We have also been in contact with the NFL and will continue to cooperate fully with any injuries we may receive from the NFL league office. We're thoroughly reviewing all protocols and updating if necessary to help prevent an incident like this from happening again. Now, they go on to say that team statement came from Jax came after Jax released a statement of his own on his Instagram account. Okay, and I just read you his statement that he posted. Okay, I don't think he's sorry at all. He's probably sorry because he got in trouble. Okay, anyway, Sanders was expected to be at the top 3 pick in the draft months ago. Now, on the day of the draft, that projection had changed, but he was still believed to be taken in the first round. But the first round came and went without Sanders being selected in a shocking development. Well, we already know how that went. Okay, it was the 5th round, okay, when he was finally picked. Moment Shedeur Sanders receives the prank call. So let's go to this video. Let me make sure there's no, hold on, let me make sure there's no music or anything. Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
Way to go! Say it one more time for me.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you. Way to go!
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man.
No, for sure.
We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Way to go! What does that mean?
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
You said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Hold on. Hold on. It was still playing. I thought that was the end of it. Hold on. Let me go right back.
The GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing?
I'm going to rewind it. Hold on.
Hey, is this Shedeur? This is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man. But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
Okay, so you all see how stupid and ignorant that was, and they're just sitting up there laughing and giggling like high school girls. Please pay attention, honey. Yeah, they thought that was funny and cute. Okay, and this is what haters do. People who play those kind of pranks, or they think they want to call it pranks or whatever, they're just being mean-spirited and hateful because they're haters. Okay, and that's what they do. Okay, please pay attention, honey. Okay, at the end of the day, and then after they do the bullshit and get called out on it, then they want to act like they're sorry when they're not, because if they were, they would never have done it in the first place. Okay, and so please pay attention. Five Ranks says that young man Sanders should press charges. He probably had access to his address and probably shared it with more people, and his father should be fired for negligence. Exactly, but nothing's going to happen to them because look how they look, okay? Nothing's going to happen. They said he's not even going to be punished. The father's not going to be punished. I'm not saying the father should necessarily be punished, but the boy should, okay? Something should be done at the end of the day. And I'm sorry, but if you have celebrities, numbers, and things like that, shouldn't you have it in a secure place where it can't get hacked, or someone can just go through your things or find your phone and have access to all of that? That's just my thinking. But hey, what do I know? Okay. Clearly a hater, like I said, honey, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Okay. So anyway, let's continue because let's talk about Shiloh. Okay, so Shiloh, you know, he basically has fired his father and hired Drew Rosenhaus. Let's get into it. Now, I'm going to go first to the clip where they're watching the draft. Shiloh Sanders gets signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's get into it. Hold on, I'm going to share my screen. Lights up, everyone, please like and share. I know y'all are waiting to hear about TD Jakes. We're going to get into him in just a second, honey. Don't worry. I'm saving him for the people that come in late, all right? Okay, so now here we go. Let me put an overlay over this because I don't have permission to be using it.
I like this, dog. So we right here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you gotta put rugs up on here. You get some beautiful floors.
Oh, most definitely.
Beautiful.
Tampa Bay.
Okay. Those are beautiful floors. Thank God. Huh?
W God in the chat. W God in the chat. I gotta hit my.
Okay, as you can see, I had to cut that off because they were playing music and doing the most. Okay, so anyway, shout out to Shiloh and Shedeur for getting drafted. Okay, but at the end of the day, he said his dad has to go. Now, here's what they say: Shiloh Sanders fired his father, Deion Sanders, and hired agent before signing with the Bucks. Okay, so Shiloh Sanders seemingly learned a valuable lesson from his brother Shedeur's NFL draft slide. Maybe his father, Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, was not the best agent. Well, they were just hating on Deion. That's what that was. Now, while hosting a Twitch live stream on Saturday during the 2025 NFL Draft, Shiloh Sanders told his viewers that after starting the draft process with his dad representing him, he had signed with an agent. Dad was our agent, he says. But he had to sign with somebody else. Now, the elder Sanders' brother appeared to be referring to Shedeur's draft slide from potential first-round pick to fifth-round selection by the Browns. And though Sanders was smiling as he broke the news on the live stream, he wasn't entirely joking, okay? So please pay attention. Now, here's the clip. I'm going to share my screen. It's just a brief clip of him saying, hold on. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Our agent, but that hasn't been working out too good. So today I had to sign with an agent, bro. So we're gonna see what happens.
Okay, so he said he had to sign with an agent, and we're going to see what happens. Well, I guess we sure will. And now, like I said, he actually signed with Drew Rosenhaus. And Drew quickly posted Shiloh to his Instagram. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Okay, so there you can see he's posted to Drew Rosenhaus's page on Instagram, and it says, "Congratulations, Shiloh." So Shiloh chose to take another route, and I guess he sees that his father's, I'm not going to say his legacy, but I'm going to say his father's persona or his father's reputation, shall I say, precedes him. Okay, precedes him, because clearly there's some people who don't like, the fact that Deion is what they call cocky. Okay, I call it confidence. Okay, at the end of the day. So I believe that's probably why he chose to go another route. Now let's talk about Bishop T.D. Jakes. Let's talk about Bishop T.D. Jakes, because Bishop T.D. Jakes has stepped down, and I find it all interesting because of the timing. Now, let's not forget that the man did have a whole medical incident some months ago. but it's just the timing of it all for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes to step down as senior pastor of Potter's House in Dallas, his daughter, son-in-law to take over leadership. All right, well, let's talk about it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, here's what they're saying. After 30 years, Bishop T.D. Jakes has announced that the position of senior pastor of the Potter's House in Dallas will be transferred to his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and son-in-law. Now, the announcement came during Sunday morning service. Okay, they say that Jakes, alongside his wife, Sarita Jakes, and named Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts and Sarah's husband, Pastor Torrey Roberts, as the new senior pastors of the church. The couple will begin their new roles in July. Jakes will remain on the Potter's House board of directors. Now, the move signifies the mega church is evolving its ministry into the future, uplifting a new generation, they say. Do y'all remember that video that I showed you where the lady went to the church and got into that fight? And she was recording all of it. Do y'all remember that? With the Jakes family, do you all remember that? I'm just wondering because they're talking about uplifting people. But do you all remember that lady who was working for them, went in the back of the church, was having a conversation with them about how they had talked to her or something she did on the side of the stage? They didn't like the fact that she walked out on the stage or whatever. Do y'all remember that? And then they let I guess the guy was a security guard or whatever, but he was manhandling her, threw her outside. They wouldn't even let her go get her purse. Okay, it was all just so ghetto and just really so humiliating, I can imagine. Okay, but these are Christians. Please pay attention. Just thought I'd remind you all of that because you heard it here first. Now, as your pastor-elect, co-senior pastor-elect, I'm grateful. I'm honored as your daughter. This is what Jake Roberts said, fighting through tears as she embraced her father. In November of 2024, Jake suffered a heart attack. Now they finally say what it was. Before it was just a medical emergency. Okay, he suffered a heart attack during a morning service at Potter's House, which was captured live on video. It was questioned whether he'd return. I cannot afford, especially after November, to risk something happening to me. And you be sheep without a shepherd, Jake said during the announcement Sunday. Not sheep without a shepherd. A spokesperson for the Potter's House told CBS News Texas that the plan for Jakes Roberts to take over has been in the works for years. It actually has, I believe, because I have read about them saying that she was going to take over before eventually. But like I said, it's just the timing of it all. Now, following the announcement to the congregation Sunday, the Jakes family sent out the following letter. And here's what it says. As a matter of fact, it's kind of lengthy. I'm going to share this on the screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. One Who Cares says the Jakes family is a holy, hot, stinking, yes, my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree, honey. Taking people's kids and all that, allegedly. Now, with that all being said, and so here's what the letter says. Okay, so today we shared with the world our long-held plans for purposeful evolution for the Potter's House and our global church family. Preparing for this announcement over the past several years has allowed us as a family and a global church family to carefully balance the needs of our community worldwide and the pace at which we performed each step of our plan. Now, when members of our family moved from LA to Dallas, it was to be more active in the evolution of this growing ministry. In 2022, a handshake between generations took place as we said farewell to Woman, Thou Art Loosed, and hello to Women or Woman Evolve. And when we installed our two new assistant pastors in 2023, we continue to forge ahead in the vision we set long ago. Now, they had the two new assistant pastors in 2023. So today marks the continuation of our willingness to evolve as a church and step into broader roles to make certain we continue to meet the needs of this sensitive moment in our collective history. And as we look across our great nation and survey the unyielding economic, societal, and spiritual needs visiting our communities, it's clear that we can't afford to squander the potential of our youth or the elders who have paved the way. The hardships of first-time home ownership, the dire need to invest in the growing entrepreneurial landscape, and a younger generation needing a home for their faith walk in the midst of increasing skepticism, these issues we face are not a tale of despair. They're a clarion call for change. Are y'all hearing this? I'm not even done yet, but are y'all hearing this? Because to me, This clearly sounds like he's running for president or something. This sounds like a political statement, okay? Please pay attention. It's all nefarious. But anyway, that's just my opinion, my 2 cents. Okay, so anyway, goes on to say, hold on, where was I again? It's just the way it's worded. It's just like he's really campaigning. That's just how it sounds to me. A clarion call for change and all that. And together we will tackle these challenges and the need for this change in each of our unique ways. As Pastors Teray and Sarah take another step up to further accept the mantle of daily ministry duties at the Potter's House of Dallas, ushering in a new movement calling the work of the TD Jakes Group to bolster job creation and 21st century workforce readiness, investing in the infrastructure of communities nationwide, lifting communities up from the margins to the center, and working alongside like-minded partners to create thriving neighborhoods, will be able to accelerate rapidly. Together, we shall unite for the betterment of this generation and the one that follows. I'm sorry, that didn't sound like something Trump or Kamala should have said when they were campaigning. What y'all got to say? TD running before Diddy's trial. That's what I said, honey. Don't run now, Mr. Jakes, okay? You already been swallowed up, allegedly. Allegedly, Bishop Jakes, you already been swallowed up. Now, pay attention, because they said they were talking about these 2 assistant pastors. They hired 2 new assistant pastors in 2023. Now, what else happened in 2023? Isn't that when Cassie filed the lawsuit against Diddy, and then all those other lawsuits started coming out? I'm not saying that had anything to do with it, but I'm just saying that's just what I noticed. Now, who is Bishop T.D. Jakes? Well, I think we all know. Jakes founded the non-denominational multicultural church in South Dallas in 1996. It now has surpassed 30,000 members and has expanded across North Dallas, Fort Worth, and Denver. According to its website, the Potter's House is consistently ranked as one of the largest and most influential churches in the nation. Jakes is not only a world-renowned faith leader, but also heads TDJ Enterprises, which is known for producing both motion pictures and book publishing. He's the leader of the TD Jakes Foundation, which promotes community outreach to improve education and housing. All right, well, y'all heard that. So, what do you all think? Do you all think this is due to health complications or whatever? He did have a heart attack. Let's keep that in mind. Now, that was back in November. Quite frankly, if he was going to retire for health reasons, he could have taken that opportunity to do so. But I guess he wanted to just continue working. And then all of a sudden, that Diddy trial is right around the corner. Okay? That Diddy trial is right around the corner. And TD Jakes said, oh, hell no. I don't know who's coming up there, and I don't know what they're going to say on that witness stand, and I don't even know what all video footage they have and what's going to be shown. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention because, see, it seems to me like a whole lot of people are starting to act real strange now that Diddy's going for trial. Let's talk about it. First things first, we had Denzel Washington come out months ago talking about he kissed a man, talking about that he was shooting up dope, talking about he had been drinking about 2 bottles of wine every day for about 10 years. So that made me feel like, is he trying to tell us he has a substance abuse problem and a problem with alcohol and basically, might be zesty? Is that what he's telling us? And why is he telling us if so? Is he telling us this just in case something comes out about Diddy when Diddy goes to trial or, somebody comes out with a story or whatever? Is he trying to get ahead of it? Because that's the first thing I thought. But of course, I could be wrong. Okay, but then we had Kanye coming out just days ago talking about his cousin and that he was tasting his cousin's cucumber all the way up till he was 14 years old. Okay, so Kanye telling us about something that's pertaining to being zesty. Now, why is he telling us this? Now, mind you, there was some years ago, there was rumors about Kanye, okay, and Jeffree Star, the big time YouTuber. Now, that was never substantiated. It was just something that was out there. I never really paid any attention, didn't even believe it. But now I have several questions because back in the day, at one point, there was even rumors about Diddy and Kanye. So that all been said, and Kanye taking up and defending Diddy and now coming out talking about his cousin and things they did. He even wrote a song about it. He even wrote a song about it. Now, why are all these people coming out and confessing things that nobody even knew about, and nor did anybody ever even need to know? Why are these people coming out saying stuff? I just find it interesting. And now we have Bishop T.D. Jakes stepping down, and they already have his replacements. So, you know, maybe none of this has anything at all to do with Diddy. It never will. But I just find it all suspicious. And quite frankly, I think that it has everything to do with Diddy. But that's just my 2 cents. Okay, now, with that all being said, let's continue. Because if you ask me, Shannon Sharpe, let's get into it. I think Shannon Sharpe may be losing some sponsorships. I think he might be losing some sponsorships, endorsements, or whatever. Because here's something. Let's get into it. First of all, back when that video came out, or that audio, you know, when he was in the shower or whatever, and he accidentally went live on Instagram Live and said that his stuff was hacked at first. Then he came clean, right? Well, back then when that all happened, here's what happened. I don't know if you all knew about this. Shannon Sharpe claims advertisers are pulling out of his podcast, and he risked losing $200 million sponsorship deal after accidental Instagram sex video. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. For anybody that was wondering why in the hell Shannon Sharpe offered that lady $10 million, that's why. That's why. Because the last time there was a scandal, he stood to lose $200 million. Now, right before this all happened, he was about to get a $100 million contract, right? So y'all don't think the man was scared to lose it? And like I told you earlier when we discussed it all, you know, he probably knows or thinks that there's something, quite frankly, embarrassing on that 30-second tape that they're talking about releasing. So I just want you all to pay attention, because this is the real reason why Shannon offered her that money. Okay. And remember, you heard it here first, because this article is from September of 2024. Now, while ESPN decided to keep Shannon Sharpe on board after he accidentally went live on Instagram while having sex, other partners and guests are on the verge of severing ties with the First Take host. And see, this is the thing. ESPN is not taking Shannon back. ESPN is owned by Disney. This is not a good look. It wasn't a good look then when he had that sex audio leaked. But it darn sure ain't a good look now. Okay, they let him stay on then. Now you think they're going to let him stay on again? And then there was the incident that happened back in 2010 where he had to step back from CBS for a minute. Okay, so that blew over. So please pay attention, honey. All right, so anyway, goes on to say, okay, Sharpe's Instagram account began streaming while he could be heard engaging in sexual activity with a woman he called Michelle. Okay, that evening, Sharpe went on Nightcap show and owned up to what he called an accident after his team initially had said he got hacked. As the scandal continues to circulate, Sharpe took to the show on Thursday and revealed how people and companies are refusing to be affiliated with him after the incident. Okay, so now y'all know, if they don't want to be affiliated with him after that, some people didn't. What do you think they're thinking now? Okay, what do you think they're thinking now? So anyway, please pay attention. So people are trying to say it was staged, Sharpe said. Today, I just lost an interview on Club Shay Shay that would have been the most visible person I would have been able to interview to date. They said no. We got 6- and 7-figure sponsors and advertisers saying, Shannon, we don't know if we want to continue this relationship. So my company, Shay Shay Media, is about to become a free agent. So this means Nightcap and Club Shay Shay will be able to take it wherever we want to go. So you think I would be willing to risk that? The next 5 to 7 years, $170 million to $200 million. You think I would be willing to risk that to do this? Would you be willing to risk $200 million? Earlier on Thursday, Jason Whitlock called Sharpe a master at baiting before claiming the accident was plotted to bring in views and fight rumors about his sexuality. I believe that too. And they also think that it was also a precursor to him promoting Rose Sparks. Okay, Rose Sparks, those pills that men take to keep them standing up straight, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, now, because he started doing that right after that incident. Okay. So what's really going on here? Right. I think that was his way of promoting that and helping getting people to order it. Just my opinion. But also trying to make us think that he's not GAY. Okay. So anyway, with that all being said, late night, he goes on Nightcap and confesses the real in 185, 190, 200,000 live viewers on YouTube. That's a massive number. And so people have instantly gone to say, was this leaked intentionally for publicity? Was this leaked intentionally to fight the rumors that Sharpe is gay? Those rumors have been around for quite some time. Now, during the highly viewed Nightcap episode, Sharpe said that he tossed his phone on the bed and had no idea it had started a live stream of the ceiling as Sharpe and the woman engaged in sexual activity. Sure you didn't, Shannon. Okay. While Sharpe noted his struggles with technology, co-host Chad Ochocinco Johnson pointed out how starting a live stream requires several steps and would rarely happen by accident. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, with that all being said, as for the rumors about his sexuality, Sharpe revealed receiving a call from comedian Cat Williams, who quipped about him being with Michelle and not Michael. Okay, please pay attention. So anyway, hold on. I'm going to go to what Ocho had to say at the time of all this, and then I'm going to tell you why I think that he's losing sponsors. Okay, I think he's losing endorsements and all that again. Okay, please pay attention. Let me get this overlay up.
Now, what we do got to work on is ain't nothing wrong with your hips, you know, but we got to work on your cardio because you was breathing heavy. You shouldn't be breathing that heavy. You shouldn't be breathing that heavy. So we got to work on your cardio. So
Ocho,
when you lift weights, we got to get you on the car. Hit the
Ocho,
treadmill first.
Ocho,
do the step,
real talk,
do the
Ocho, your boy. Hey, Ocho, I was already knee deep for about 25.
Right. I mean how you were kind of short too in there too, huh? I mean you was about what? A minute, 5 seconds?
Oh no.
No.
No. Hey, this ain't no YouTube short, but it's a full feature.
Okay,
That broccoli sure looks good to me.
Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't even get to hear that clip because I was distracted because someone was calling me. Okay, darn it. I hate when somebody calls me when I'm on live. All right. So Denise said, what a full-grown mess. Kristen, he said, how old are they? 16? I didn't even get to hear the darn thing. Okay, because I was trying to figure out why this person's calling me. Hold on, honey. I didn't even get to hear it. I guess I have to listen to it later. Anyway, okay, so that all being said, let me tell y'all why I think he's losing endorsements again. Panther Strike said he's losing endorsements because a white woman cried wolf. Shannon is done. He'll be working at Piggly Wiggly stocking canned goods soon. Ooh, honey, I hope not. I hope he doesn't go down that bad, beloved. I really, really hope so, okay? I really hope so. Okay, now with that all being said, here's why I think he's losing endorsements. I'm about to show y'all the receipts, okay? Hold on. Here it is right here. Okay. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm not putting an overlay on this because I need you all to see it really, really good. So I'm not putting an overlay on here. But there's not going to be any sound because we're not here to listen to anything. We're just here to see something. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, I want you all to look at this. This is him on Nightcap. Okay, him and Ocho Cinco's podcast, for those of you who don't know. Okay. Now, if you can see, you see right here, beloveds, you see Nightcap. That's the name of their podcast, right? Everybody with me. So look right here behind Ocho's head. It says Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile is apparently one of their sponsors. Okay, that's always there. Okay, that's always there. Now, when was this video made? How old is this video? Hold on. This video is from 9 days ago. Okay, it's from 9 days ago before all the stuff started coming out. All right, there you see Boost Mobile, right? Y'all see it? One's in the chat if you all see it. One's in the chat if you all see it, because some of y'all love to be asking me the same thing I already said. One's in the chat if you all see the Boost Mobile sign behind Ocho Cinco's head. Okay, so y'all see it. I only see one. Okay, there y'all go. Okay, so great. All right, now with that all being said, let's go to, that was Exhibit A. Now let's go to Exhibit B. That was from 9 days ago. Now here we have a video that he did just a few hours ago, 7 hours ago. Okay, 7 hours ago. Now look at this. Please pay attention. Remember, you heard it here first. Now look what's behind Ocho's head, y'all. What in the hell's going on here? Y'all see what's behind Ocho's head? Well, I'll be darned. The Boost Mobile sign is covered up with a Dillon jersey. Y'all see that? Why is a jersey covered up the Boost Mobile sign? What's really going on? I bet you Boost Mobile said, Shannon, we don't want anything else to do with you or your podcast. And please don't show us on there anymore. Could you please remove that, sir? Kindly, or cover it up or something. But we don't want to be affiliated with you. All right? Whether you did it or you didn't, it's a bad look. So we're out. 10-4. Okay? And I just want you all to pay attention because that's what I knew was going to happen. And that's what I already told you all. Because you see, here's the thing of it. If they were talking about taking away all those endorsements and calling him and saying we can't fool with you, we can't be a part of this. Last time when that was a audio, he wasn't doing anything illegal. It was just, in their opinion, something that had to do with what's the term they use when you're working for a company and you have to be morally, you have to have moral fortitude. Okay, you can't just be doing all kinds of nefarious things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I forget the term that they use. But yeah, so if they didn't want to deal with him for that had nothing to do with grape or SA or choking, violence, none of it. So if they were willing to turn their backs on him for that, what do you think they're doing now? These people are gone. ESPN is a thing of the past. Shannon is fired from ESPN, in my opinion. They're not going to say it right now, but I believe he's fired. Talking about coming back for preseason, I don't think he's ever coming back. Now, if he does, I'll be shocked and surprised. And the only reason I could see him coming back is if they prove conclusively that the young woman is lying and that this is all just a shakedown. It is a shakedown, in my opinion. It definitely is a shakedown. But is he and his attorney, are he and his attorneys going to be able to prove that Shannon didn't do anything criminal, that Shannon didn't do the things that she's alleging? Are they going to be able to prove it? Because I tell you all the time, okay? I tell you all the time that it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. You see, it doesn't matter what you know if you can't prove it, okay? If somebody locks you up for murder and you tell them, I didn't do it, but I know who did. And they say, who did it? And then you tell them so-and-so did it. And they say, well, we don't have any evidence on that person. Can you show us some proof that they did it? Because right now, everything's pointing to you. And you say, well, I don't have any proof, but they told me they did it. Well, did you record them? No. But I know they're a killer. So you see how that works? Okay, at the end of the day, Miss AP said, I can't see him coming back. I can't either. Okay, Troy Parker said coming back as a guest. Okay, I mean, this is bad and sad for Shannon if true, but I think that his endorsements are gone down the drain. I think the $100 million deal is gone down the drain, and I think that his job with ESPN, owned by Disney, is pretty much going down the drain. I really think so, specifically because this is not the first incident. This isn't Shannon's first time at the rodeo, and I know I told you all, you heard it here first, that y'all saw when I read it to you. You heard it. That there was incidents with Shannon from 1994 to 2004. I mean, and in 2004, and then 2010, and then 2024, and then now 2025. But they said there was at least 10 different filings on him. Okay, so, and we already know that there was one by Michelle Bundy Evans. We know there's one by Gabby Zuniga. We know that at least one of the mothers of his children had filed something on him in 2004, saying that he put hands on her when he was putting her out of the residence. There was also an incident at CBS. So that's 5 right there. Y'all think they're going to keep fooling with Shannon? Y'all think they're going to keep covering for this man? Let me tell you something. They've been covering up his dirt. They've been sliding things under the rug as far as I'm concerned. And that's likely because Shannon makes them a whole lot of money. Okay? Because he makes them a whole lot of money. And in my opinion, Shannon's a house ninja. Okay? In my opinion. And a good one at that. Until he got out of line, as we can see, allegedly. So, that is what it is. Okay? So It's not a good look. And I think these people are gone, and so's all the cash that he was going to be bringing in. Okay, now he's going to have to figure it all out. This is a bad look. And even if he wins the lawsuit, honey, it's still a wash. Okay, it's still a wash. I pretty much think so. Okay, so now let's talk about LeBron James. Let's talk about LeBron James. Oh, and by the way, this is the young man that said that he did the prank or whatever. Okay, that said he did the prank, carried out the prank or whatever on Shedeur. Nina said to the curb he goes. Okay, now let's talk about Kevin Gates, because I find this all interesting. Kevin Gates was talking about LeBron's wife, Savannah, and I'm like, first of all, Kevin Gates, why do you care so much? Why are you so concerned? Okay, Kevin Gates said something about Savannah. You know, it ticked him off how Savannah was acting like LeBron was getting on her nerves because she wanted to shake his hand or whatever. But in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, I saw the video that he was talking about, and it really looked like they were just playing. You know, like they were just having a good time and minding their own business, which is clearly what Kevin probably should be doing. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, but let me continue. So anyway, let me go to his video. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here it is. Wait a second, hold on, is this it? I think this is it, okay. Okay, here's Kevin Gates. I'm going to play the video of what he had to say about LeBron's wife. I'm going to put an overlay on this because you never know.
This how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league. And we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah. Right. And then I was like, maybe I noticed shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Right. But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. They be dicked out. But it's like I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is that, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like, right. I'm the greatest player in the world, one of them. Like top 5, top 10, I'm one of them. And I'm in the playoffs. And you act like the warden of the jail. Like you came here to police me. Like you ain't, like, you not dicked out like these white women just dicked out about me in here. Like, so, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. Because when I've been around that dude just, his spirit so loving and giving, it hurt me. It hurt me to see that. Like, you done eject away from my partner, man. Don't do that, man. You dive on the floor behind that nigga, man. Dive on the floor behind him. But, you know, like, I know a lot of people gonna hate what I just said, but I'm gonna be honest, like, if everybody like me, then I'm pussy. So we can do whatever you want to do about it. I'm gonna die about everything I say. So I love LeBron and I hate that for him, bro. I hate that he gotta go through that. As a man, I hate that he gotta go through that, bro. In the playoffs. In the fucking playoffs. Your main player act like it just, you have a look on your face like, I could be doing more. Like, what more? Like I loved you for you. Like, when I met you, you look like Lamar Odom. Like, babe, don't laugh at that. I'm trying to be funny. baby. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you about that, you heard me? You can laugh if you want to. You gotta walk out the room. You ain't interrupting my thing. You already interrupted it.
Do y'all see how crazy Kevin Gates is? That man's crazy. Y'all don't think Kevin Gates is a little bit crazy? He doesn't strike y'all. Nene said, is he clairvoyant? All right, Jason, what language is this? Let me tell y'all something. He is hilarious to me, honey. Okay, please pay attention. Here's what Savannah had to say, though. First of all, I'm sorry. Before I show y'all what Savannah had to say, let me show you all the handshake that he's talking about, okay? Let me show you all the handshake that Kevin's talking about where she was acting like she didn't want to be bothered. And it didn't even look anything like that to me. Like, what is he seeing? Are we watching the same couple? Like, this is all crazy. Please pay attention. Okay, so y'all see that? I'm like, what is Kevin even talking about? Okay, first of all, did it look like they were having a problem to you all? I'm sorry, they were both smiling, had smiles on their faces, okay? We're not in their marriage. We're not at their homes, okay? Kevin definitely isn't. So he doesn't know what they're doing, okay, and how they do it. But Savannah responded to him, and so did LeBron. And here's what Savannah had to say, honey. Hold on. She posted a Nicki Minaj video.
What? Child. Anyway, so what? Child. Anyway, so what?
Okay, I'm sorry. That don't make sense, honey. Okay, Nikki, not Nikki, but Savannah's like, why doesn't he mind his business? I'm sure. But then here's what I thought was even more crazy. Okay, here's what I thought was even more crazy. Now, after all of this, and LeBron said something too. Now, here's what LeBron posted. Okay, LeBron basically called him a peasant. LeBron James seemingly responds to Kevin Gates' remark about Savannah James. And LeBron posted saying, kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Okay, that's what he said. That's what he said. Here's the post right here. Hold on, let me share this real quick. I don't know what is really going on with Kevin Gates. He's strange fruit to me. Okay, so now you can see right here, LeBron posted saying, kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, queen? Let's get it. Okay, let's get it. All right? So these people have been together for how long? How many decades? At least 2, right? Why would Kevin think that there's a problem that he needs to address? But what's interesting is even after he did all of that, said all of that, and LeBron came out and said something, and then Savannah posted the little thing of Nikki as her response, Kevin Gates posted a video. Now, I'm not going to show you Kevin's video because I can't let you hear what he's saying because it's got music in the background. He's got his song playing in the background. So, but what he said was he took to Instagram and posted a video saying, yeah, you know, the truth hurts sometimes, but it can be healing. The truth hurts, but it can heal. He sounded like a therapist. And then he told people that he's a life coach and something about if you need any life coaching from him or whatever, to hit him up in the DMs or something, honey. So now he's a guru. I find it all interesting. Okay, Kevin Gates is now a guru. The same man that spat in one of his fans' mouth when she came up on the stage. The same man that kicked a woman who was in the audience at his concert. I'm sorry, a guru, a life coach, please. Okay, so anyway, rapper Kevin Gates had the guts to sit courtside with Brittany Renner at Lakers game after his disgusting comments about LeBron James's wife. And I thought that was crazy. Like, what the hell's wrong with him? Okay. I just found it all interesting. Here it is right here. Look at it. Had the nerve, the audacity, dare I say, to come and sit right. Is he trolling LeBron? Like, what's going on here? I'm not getting it. Okay. Somebody help me out. Is he trolling them? And then Mel said, why he won't get a white woman? You mean Kevin Gates? I don't know. I've never seen him with one. He's a Muslim, and so he supposedly likes Muslim women. But when he said, but here's the thing that I want you all to pay attention to about his statement. When he said that basically, yeah, I think he has some issues too. But here's the thing. When he said that the white women are like all, excited when they see LeBron, well, of course they are. They're groupies. They're groupies. These people are fans. Isn't he looking at what's going on with Shannon Sharpe? Of course they're drooling when they see LeBron. All right? He's a whole legend. All right? He's got millions. So, of course. So is he thinking that his wife is supposed to act equally as thirsty as these thirst trap women? Okay? And it's not just white women. It's all of these women. Okay? I'm sure there's plenty of them to go around. So I just don't see what his point was. I don't know if he was saying that just to go viral or just to have a moment. I don't know. But Kevin, I don't think he was saying it for that reason, because Kevin Gates says a whole lot of things that I find, quite frankly, controversial. Okay? All hell no, said these hood stoop therapists get on my nerves. I mean, at the end of the day, to each his own, but it's given trolling or something. You say all this stuff, they respond, and then he comes out, and he wasn't even mad about anything LeBron said or about what Savannah said. He came out laughing and just basically saying, yeah, the truth hurts, but it's healing. And he was in a good mood about it, so it didn't tick him off. But what's interesting is that so many things tick him off. Notice how when Brittany Renner got up to walk out of the room after she laughed, then he's like, you ain't got to walk out here. You're not going to do nothing to you. You can laugh if you effing want to. What's all that for? And then even when he was talking, like he's always ready to go off at the drop of a dime, it seems like. Okay? Miss AP said he had no point, Queen. That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, he seems like he's always ready to just go off at the drop of a dime, which is so crazy to me. Okay? Please pay attention. So anyway, with that all being said, Mel said, Queen, he's a Muslim. Yeah, absolutely. You didn't know that? He's absolutely a Muslim. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So anyway, honey, with that all being said, I'm about to be out of here. Okay. I had to get this news out because tomorrow I want to talk about politics in the morning and about Trump or whatever he's got going on with his nefarious self, because I've been gathering receipts on him all day. Okay. So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Oh, hold on. There was something I wanted to tell you about Dr. Umar's daughter. I had this for like 2 days now. Hold on. And I keep forgetting to pull it up. Did she crash out or something? It was something about Umar's daughter. Hold on. Look at this. What the hell's going on here? They say Dr. Umar's daughter had a lot to say after she was tussling in the streets. He might need to talk to her. Tussling in the streets. This is from like a day ago. Okay, so I'm going to say, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can show y'all this. Okay, this is all sad, including the fairies. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all this, but okay, so apparently Dr. Umar's daughter got into a fight, and they're saying, did y'all know anything about this? Once in the chat, if y'all saw this video, Dr. Umar's daughter going off. Leon said Trump fell asleep at a funeral. I'm not surprised. Miss AP said she said it was her first fight. Right, she did say that. Okay, I'm gonna go to the video. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. This is all nefarious.
On my face, bitch. Never been pussy. Yeah, she did. We can run it 10 more times. Bitch, I'm from North Philly. Y'all bitches, you're not gonna bully me. Win, lose, or draw, I'm doing my shit, bitch.
Y'all heard her, honey. She's from North Philly, honey. Y'all got a twisted. Okay. I mean, are y'all supposed to be bad in North Philly? You know, it always gets me. It always gets me when people start blurting out their set. I'm from New York. Why do some of y'all yell where y'all are from? Like that's supposed to scare somebody? Okay, and your point is here's when that's gonna look stupid, right? Pay attention. You notice the people that say stuff like that, oh, I'm from so-and-so. It's people from New York. Okay, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Harlem. Or I'm from New York, right? New York people love to say that. I've heard them say it for years, okay? I'm from New York. Then there's the people from Detroit. I'm from Detroit. And then it's the people from Chicago and the people from Philly and Baltimore. Now, all of those groups of people love to shout their set like that makes them Billy Badass. Okay, that's all good for them to yell that until they get their ass beat by somebody who's from Utah or Iowa. Okay, please pay attention. How does that look then? Okay, you talking all that hardcore. Oh yeah, I'm from New York. Bam. And I'm from Utah. Now what? I'm just saying. Does it really matter where you're from? That's all I'm saying. Okay. Woo, honey, this is all hilarious. Okay, Auntie Liz said, not a bit, Queen. Okay, I'm sorry. This is all nefarious. Mama Joyce said, you never hear I'm from Dallas. Right. I'm from Arkansas. Okay. This is all hilarious. All right. I mean, and then what? Is that supposed to scare the opposer? Oh shit, he said he's from New York. We can't fight him. Let's go. Please. This is all hilarious, honey. Okay. Auntie Liz said, and I'm from Indy, Bill. The equal said Utah or Iowa. Too funny. I'm just saying, since we shouting out where we from, I need to get it popping. Okay. I'm from Beverly Hills. Okay. And now what? Okay. I'm just saying it's all hilarious. Well, that all being said, Janet said, I'm from Newport, Rhode Island. Okay. But you know, Miss AP said, like, so the F for what? Mama Joyce said, I'm from Quebec. Not Quebec. Auntie Leah said, I'm from Israel, ho. Oh my goodness, y'all are something else. Aqua Girl Rising said Malibu's most wanted. Okay, that's what they sound like shouting out sets. Carol said, I'm from Pleasantville, Texas. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is all hilarious. Okay. Anyway, Miss AP said, I'm from the heavens. Oh, honey, I gotta go. Listen, I love you all to life. I hope you'll enjoy the broadcast. Okay. So I will see you all in the morning with your morning wake-up call. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me?